Hey everyone. Today on League of Legends Minis, I'm going to talk about Diana and her passive, Moon Silver Blade. Every 3 hits, Diana deals bonus magic damage in an area around her with her passive. The other cool thing about her passive is that it has a really high AP ratio. In fact, it's Diana's highest AP ratio in her entire kit, so you should try to utilize her passive as much as you can. Before level 6, her passive is primarily used to last hit and push the wave. After level 6, that's when it becomes dangerous. She'll be able to threaten with it because she has access to her gap closer, Lunar Rush. The easiest way to threaten an enemy in the lane is to auto attack twice and walk up. The threat of a Crescent Strike Lunar Rush combined with a Moon Silver Blade is enough to get most champions to back off. Melee champions won't be able to approach her, and ranged champions will have to poke from a distance because of her effective threat range. Basically, Diana after level 6 is one of the most imposing laners due to her ability to combo you to death in an instant. But of course, this is pretty telegraphed. When she uses her passive, the animation is pretty obvious, so your opponent will know when your passive is charged. You need to work on your timing and mind games in order to not make it as obvious. Here are some things that you should be doing. Weave in auto attacks between Qs and Ws to throw off your animations. Cancel your auto attacks every once in a while. That could throw off your opponent by a lot. Walk back and forth while auto-attacking and keep your passive charged at the correct intervals. And finally, this one is something that everyone should be doing anyway, throw out Crescent Strikes when the enemy is attempting to last hit. By doing any one of these things, or all of them, eventually you should be able to catch your opponent with a Crescent Strike and chunk them with your passive after you Lunar Rush in. The biggest issue with Diana is that more experienced players generally do pretty well against her. They have a good understanding of her ranges and her cooldowns, and because Diana is melee, she's pretty vulnerable. This means you'll have to be even more creative. One of the most effective ways to burst an enemy is to not burst them at all, at least not in the initial portion of your combo. Since Crescent Strike will pass through minions and mark them with Moonlight, this means you can Lunar Rush to the backline of the minions and reset your cooldown. If you do this, in many cases you'll be in range to auto-attack the enemy even if they're outside of your initial ultimate range, and then strike them with your passive. Obviously, doing this will lower your burst, so it's better to avoid it if possible, but it is an option for you to utilize and get some damage on your opponent, and basically tell them you're willing to harass them like this. If you catch them once or twice by doing this, they may back off even further and deny themselves even more, and basically allowing you to dictate the lane however you wish. No opponent should be safe from Diana's threatening combos, so make sure you use everything really well, especially her passive. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, thanks for watching and see you next time.